Hi everybody, this is Jackie from Vegan Weight Loss Over 50. Thought I would share my latest Costco haul with you. This is a vegan Costco haul. And excuse the things on the back of the table. This table also happens to serve as my desk. So I just kind of moved it out of the way and unloaded everything up here. Now the first thing I want to show you that I bought several non-food items. More of those I'll show you at the end of the video. But this one is, here in the area of California where I live, it is now, a law was passed where the grocery stores cannot give you bags to put your groceries in. And you know how at Costco, everything is always so big, you need a bigger bag than a regular size grocery bag. Well, I bought these and I like them, but I'm going to tell you that I did put my groceries in them to come in the house, and they are too big. They hold too much weight. I had to actually come in and get a cart. It came with two big bags like this one, gigantic bags, and then it had two kind of somewhat smaller bags than this. I love the shoulder straps on them. These go up over your shoulder, and then these up here for carrying. They're very nice bags, but I'll just say that they are too big. I'll still use them because I bought them, but they're too big. Now, starting in the back in this area, the very first thing I got was these 3-bean salads. I love these. I usually go through a jar a week, so this will last 2 weeks. And since I'm planning on trying to go to Costco every week, this will be another item that I won't have to buy for several more weeks. This next item is something, it'll probably last me a year. I love this stuff. Usually you can buy it in much smaller containers at your local Hispanic market. And it's a combination of different spices and lime. So it's a spicy taco, kind of similar like taco seasoning, only not taco seasoning. It's not the same. Very limey. I just love it on raw jicama. And it's pretty healthy. I mean, it's not organic, but it doesn't have a lot of weird ingredients in it. It does have a decaking agent in it, but that's it. Now, the other thing is that I love this Del Real salsa. It's a refrigerated salsa, as you can see there. And now, I really liked it before. I like the red version better than the green, but I do like the green okay. But I like it enough that I still get it, despite that they've changed their packaging on it. It comes with the red. It's a fire roasted salsa. It is a delicious salsa. And then it comes with a green fire roasted salsa. So this one's tomatillo based and jalapeno, and this one's tomato and jalapeno based. Now, it does not give a heat degree on this packaging, but I'm going to tell you, this is hot. It's not medium and it's not mild. This is hot. So if your Costco carries it and you like hot, fresh type salsas, this is delicious. Now, I got these bananas there. The banana shopping at Costco was a little bit unusual today. I normally they always have organic and regulars at my local Costco. And I normally get the organics. But they were all so dark, they were very close to being needed to throw away. And I usually like the speckled ones, and everything else. But, I needed them to last a week. And so basically, now I do freeze mine on most nights. I just open one up and put it in the freezer for the next day. But I don't have room in my freezer right now to get a bunch of them. So, plus, if I'm going to get bananas like that, I want them to be on sale. I don't want them to be at their full price. And they were not on sale. But I did go through there and found enough where I didn't have to stop by another store on my way home. So I did get one package of bananas. That's a week's worth. I got this. I love the Lighthouse freeze-dried herbs. Now, they do not fully replace having fresh herbs. I like to keep them here in a pinch. And there are certain cooked things that I prefer to put the freeze-dried herbs in rather than the fresh. Just, I love the fresh and things where I'm going to put the herbs in and then eat them right away. But for things that are going to simmer, cook for long periods of time, I prefer to put the dehydrated ones in. Now, this garlic here, this is a cut-up garlic. It does not taste like garlic powder or granulated garlic. But yet it does not taste like fresh garlic either. It's kind of its own ingredient, but it's closer to fresh garlic than granulated garlic. See, to me, I need to reposition my camera. I'm sorry, I'm about to drop it. To me, fresh garlic is a different ingredient than granulated or powdered garlic. And even then, not all granulated or powdered garlics taste the same. Some of them are very bitter. You need to buy a good brand when you're going to do that. But anyway, so I'll have, sometimes my dishes will have both fresh garlic and granulated garlic in them. But I primarily use this in a pinch when I'm out of garlic or fresh garlic and I'm going to simmer a soup, that type of thing. You know, it doesn't work in a fresh salad dressing or anything like that unless you're going to leave it overnight and it softens up. But to me, it's too chunky to use in something like that. It's going to have to be something cooked. And I like this for that. And that'll last me probably a year. Now, in the very back there, you'll see I buy those big boxes of the Kirkland, the Costco brand green tea. Now, when I got home, the first thing I did was I had a cup of that green tea. Even though it's 100 degrees outside, it just relaxes me. And I was kind of stressed out due to some things going on today. And I just sat down and had my, you can see my little tea set back there that my niece and nephews gave, my nieces and my brother gave me. I love that little tea set. And anyway, it's still out from where I had my tea. And so anyway, I had some tea. It was just delicious. I bought this package of organic strawberries, Uno Delicioso. Now, I have never tried these cotton candy grapes before. I've been hearing a lot about them. They had these boxes of organic cotton candy grapes, so I decided to give them a try. The other thing you'll notice back there is it's supposedly like a French sweet kale salad blend. Now, that's one of those things that's supposedly already a salad. It comes with dressing and everything else in it. I don't use it like that. I use it as just as an ingredient in my big salad bowl. I don't even use the dressing that's in it because it's not part of my plan, but it comes with it has in it broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, hickory, dried cranberries, some roasted pumpkin seeds, and a poppy seed dressing. As I said, I don't use the poppy seed dressing. It isn't in my program, so I don't use it. I might make my own poppy seed dressing sometime, but I don't use that one. And then I got these organic Rainier cherries. These are the ones that look the best today. Non-organic cherries were a little bit cheaper, but I happen to know how much pesticide is sprayed on cherries. I used to live in an area where they grew a lot of cherries in Washington State. Now, I love the red cherries the best, but the red organics look like they had been there a while. These were fresher, and these are good too. I like the red ones better, but these are like another thing to me, and I do like them. Now, I also go through about a package of these a week. I try to go to Costco every week anymore, and I also go through a package of these every week. These are not organic, so that's why I like to buy the 3-pack. And you know, they're hothouse grown, so they're pretty good. Now, tomorrow night I'm planning on making some zucchini pasta. I also received my new orders from Karen's Natural Foods of my snooze sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm going to make a tomato pesto and make some tomato pesto and zucchini pasta for dinner tomorrow night. And so I'm going to use that. Now, today I'm going to be making a vegetable soup to put some in my freezer, excuse me. And then I'll have that for dinner tonight as well. And I love putting yellow squash into my vegetable soup. It's one of my favorite things to have in the soup. So I have that. Now, I have to tell you, I like to get big tomatoes better than cherry grape tomatoes. I like them, don't get me wrong, or I wouldn't have bought them. But I love a cut-up tomato better in my salad than this. But I've gotten to where I prep my salads for the week ahead of time. And in the Debbie Meyer green boxes. So they keep the entire week. They're actually very beautiful. But the moisture that is in the cut-up tomatoes doesn't work nearly as well. I have to put them in a separate bowl and add them on the day that I get, that I'm going to eat it. So this way I can already have my tomatoes in my salad. I love to buy the heirloom variety of grape or cherry tomatoes. And they usually have them at Costco. A lot of times I'll get one of those and one of these. But they didn't have them today. So now these mangoes are in season right now. And so I bought this 6-pack of those. So I'll be eating those. Now I got some non-food items. Let me put those aside and I'll go through those here in a moment after I'm done with the food items. Now I go through about a lemon. I got that bag of Sunkist lemons. I eat at least a lemon a day because I put lemon in water in the morning, and in various salad dressings and different things that I eat. So I go through that bag in about 2 weeks' time, sometimes a little less. Now, instead of regular lettuce for my salad, lately I've been on this thing, I just buy 2 bags of these power greens. These power greens are a mixture of chard, kale, and spinach, and they're all baby, so they're milder in taste, and I just really like it. I buy 1 for my salad bowl and my big salad that I make every day, that I eat every day, and then I buy 1 for my smoothies and my smoothie that I have so I go through these. These are 1.5 pounds, and so I go through 3 full pounds of that in a week. Not unusual. I used to buy more than that, but it was going bad in the freezer. I wasn't eating it fast enough. Then I also, I have a thing about these mini watermelons. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think they're a natural melon, yada, yada, yada. I just go on. I mean, never in my life until these came did I ever see mini watermelons. But I'm single, and I also have a problem with a big watermelon and part of it going bad in the fridge. So I decided I've been craving watermelon. I just decided to give them a try. I have never bought them before. So we're going to see. They're about the size of a cantaloupe. Then I did also buy some cantaloupes. Now these were rather small cantaloupes. I would have done better going and buying my cantaloupes at Walmart, if I'm being honest with you. They had some beautiful ones that were actually nicer looking than these at Walmart. But I knew I wanted to get some cantaloupe, but I did not want to have to go over to Walmart. So I didn't. Another thing that I like to get, and I don't buy this every time I go, probably every other week. And sometimes they have an organic one, but this time it wasn't. It was dull. And I'll probably take some of this and steam it and eat it as a side with a potato meal or something. And then the other one, I'm going to cut it up. I kind of like to make a asparagus salad with onion. A lot of times I put, oh, I forgot my red bell peppers. Oh, forgot something at the store. Doggone it. Anyway, and some red bell pepper in there, strips, and a vinaigrette that I like to make, and I use chia seed instead of oil. So I got that. I always buy organic celery, and I go through a fair amount of celery. I will probably take one of these and cut it up and put it in the freezer. Yeah, and then the other 2 I will probably, there's 4 in here. The other one I'll cut up into munchy sizes, and the other one I'll cut up and put in my big salad bowl. So that's kind of how that will go. And then next week we'll see what I need to buy. And then this will last me a while. This is a big 4.54 pound bag. Oh no, this is a full 10 pounds of carrots. Sorry about that. I don't know where I got that number from. I was reading the kilograms. Now, they used to have the Bunny organic carrots, and I don't know if it was psychological. I loved those ones. They were my favorite one. And long time now they've had these Cal organic carrots instead. And I don't know if it's psychological, as I said, but to me they don't taste as good. Now, for my trip, I'm going on a hiking trip to Scotland. And also, I do a lot of hiking and different things on my regular days. And so rather than stopping and buying a candy bar, and in a lot of cases, I don't even need to worry about protein or needing any of those energy bars, that people use. I just put some of these in a little thing. I actually have trying to switch from baggies to other containers. And in the grocery store, they are still plastic, but they'll be very lightweight for hiking. I saw these tiny little bowls. So, trying to switch from using where I'm just using a plastic bag all the time for things like that. So anyway, so I got some dried mangoes, not only for this upcoming hiking trip, but for my hiking around and walking around here locally. So if I start to feel a little bit depleted in energy, it's a healthy thing for me to carry. It's very lightweight, easier than taking fresh fruit with me. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, I also bought these bags of trail mix. Now, the trail mix, I don't normally eat trail mix. But I got these for my hiking, and I'm thinking I only need, for my hiking trip to Scotland, I'm going to have trouble getting vegan food, it looks like. Or at least healthy vegan food along the way. There's only one grocery store. It's going to be at the very first day of the trip. But as far as I can find, every other grocery store is like a 4-mile hike at a minimum along the way. There's little sandwich places and things like that, but none of them hit during a time in the walk that I'm going to be able to stop for a meal, or they are closed on the days I'm passing by. So now the bed and breakfast that I'll be staying at night all will make you a sack lunch for the next day, and I've been assured that they will make a vegan lunch. So I'm hoping that is correct. It may not be the healthiest vegan lunch, but we're going to be walking 10 to 15 miles a day. So I'll be using up, if I happen to eat a sandwich, because I'm sure a lot of it is just veggie sandwiches and things like that. So if they happen to make a sandwich, then I'll use up that bread during the walk. And then I'm also taking these. Now I think I should have just gotten one bag of them. I got two. And when I'm sitting here looking at it, I think I way overbought on this. But I bought this one. It doesn't, you know, a lot of the trail mixes had M&Ms, everything like that. This is simply dried mangoes, walnuts, almonds, cranberries, and pumpkin seeds. And so I just decided to get it. I have no doubt that that fruit has got some sugar added to it, but still a lot healthier than the other ones, and it will be easy on the trail. So I decided to get it. If it does end up too much, I will take the other bag to work, and people there will enjoy munching on it. Now, I have gotten where I hardly ever buy a fresh avocado. I actually like a fresh avocado much better than I like guacamole. When I make guacamole, at least guacamole from the store. But they're expensive. They go bad on me. This, for me, has been a little bit more of an economical choice. This is the second time I bought this. And right now, I'm still enjoying it. Now, I know that there's a lot of plastic waste in this, so I'm going to have to get over that and just find a way to use the other ones. I actually think I may have found a way. I'm going to try one more. Next time, I'm going to get some... a couple of avocados, and I'm going to try this other method. I'll probably talk about that in another video. I'll review that method. But for now, what I bought are these little minis of the holy guacamole. I bought the bigger ones in the past, and once I opened that pack, they still turn dark on me, and I cannot stand to eat it once it's dark. So anyways, these are little mini packs. A lot of times I'll eat it as it is. I'll dip my celery or my carrot in there. Other thing that I do with it a lot, though, is I make my salad dressing out of it, and I'll use it as a creaminess in my salad dressing. So I bought those. And then the other thing that I've gotten to where I really like are these little tiny potatoes. The skins on them are smaller, are thinner, and you know, you bought the little red new potatoes, all of that. The skin on all of that are thinner. And so, because I'm not big on potato skins, but these little potatoes, I've gotten to where I buy these because since the skin is thinner, I don't find them as distasteful. I know a lot of the nutrients are just underneath the skin, and to peel a potato, it's almost impossible to peel it and keep those nutrients. So I've been buying these an awful lot. Whenever they're applicable, they work with whatever dish it is I'm making. And the others, I'm trying to get to the point where I just am learning to eat the peel. Now, I bought some hiking shirts. They're all made out of quick dry, lightweight, supposedly, even though they're non-natural made, non-natural ingredients. I mean, fibers. They're cooler, and I am finding that to be true in the hiking that I'm doing, but I always find them better in the men's section, and they're much less expensive in the men's. And a t-shirt is a t-shirt. I mean, you know, now these Calvin Kleins were in the women's section, so I did have to buy a bigger size, but I liked them. They have V-necks on them, and I love V-necks. But others, you know, I bought them simply because they were the lightweight hiking. So so the men's are different sizes than the women. But here's an Adidas one, you know, quick dry. We'll talk about this in a minute. And 2, 3. So I bought 3. This one is a different brand. This one is Speedo. It's got a Speedo. And then this one is another Calvin Klein. But that's the women's one. I got 2 of those women ones. The others are all men's. And then this one's from Bass and Company. You start Bass shoes, you know. Just a green men's t-shirt made out of that hiking, you know, that fabric that hikers hike in. Now, the other thing I got was this hat, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen a Tilly hat, but this looks exactly like a Tilly hat. Tilly hats are hiking, walking hats. They cost over $100. Now, I'm sure that there is a difference between this hat and the Tilly hat, but for me, this hat looks pretty nice, and it was $12.99. It's got UV protection on it, lesser degree in the mesh than in the rest of the cloth. It is a one-size-fit-all hat, but there's a little elastic thing in it. It's on the back where you can, here it is, see it there, where you can pull it and adjust it, but I don't, so the hat is much too big for me, but it is adjustable down, and I actually, you know, it's a one-size-fits-all hat, but I actually prefer a hat that's a little, I don't like them tight. It's not as floppy as most hiking hats. Now, the only thing negative I will say about it, because I really like it, I think I tried on the Tillys and I like this just as well, is that I just realized after I got home is that it has leather strapping. Now, this may be faux leather. I mean, it almost feels like it might be. I really don't know. So that's the only thing that I don't like about it. Other than that, I really like it. And so that's going to be my hiking hat for my upcoming trip to Scotland. I think I'm going to take it over the floppy hats that I have. So that's my haul at Costco today. Now, this bill was high. Part of it is because of all these non-food items that I bought. And others, I was just out of some staples, like the seasonings and some things like that, and the green tea. And those bags weren't the cheapest bags in the store either, in the world either. So my hauls are not nearly this big every time. But this one was $268, which is a lot. And this is also, I was just hungry when I went. You should never go to the store when you're hungry. I bought way too much fruit. It just looked too delicious to me. So I'm going to be eating a lot of fruit, but I'm not that worried. I actually think that I don't think it's going to impede my weight loss because I'm not going to eat it in addition to other carbohydrates. It's going to be instead of. So I think I'll be fine with it. And plus I get 3 servings of fruit a day on my plan. So I can do all sorts of things with them. Some of it'll be frozen so I can put it in my smoothies, the bananas for sure. The mangoes I am probably just going to eat on the nights I stay late at work because I work 12 hours. And that'll give me something instead of buying something out of the vending machine at work. I'll just cut it up, put it in one of my little snack boxes and take it to work. So what is your haul at the grocery store? I'm sure we all buy different things. Some of you are much better videographers than me. So post your haul and share it. And then put a link down here in the comments. Let us know what you bought at the store. And join us again. There's a lot of new plans coming for the channel. I've been evolving in my dietary preferences. And I started because I had done so bad with some of the different things I had tried on my dieting yo-yo. But I decided to leave them on the channel because they were such bad ways to eat. But I think there's a lot of people that may have gone through the same journey. Who knows, maybe it would help somebody to understand that we are all on a journey. We're all climbing that mountain. Those of us that have been in bad health, we're all climbing that mountain to get into better health. So the channels, I'm going to be posting 2 videos a week with recipes, what I ate in a day, more food hauls. Now, I'm not going to post them every week, especially if they're all the exact same thing. I think that would be pretty boring. But I may post my next Costco haul so that you can see that it's not usually nearly all this expensive. I just have bought a lot of extras for my upcoming trip and some other things. So anyway, love you guys. Buy healthy food. And in my area, Costco is the place with the most organics at the best price. We have a Safeway that actually has a lot of organics, but their prices are much higher than that pound-and-a-half bag of greens there that I paid $3 and something for. A pound goes for $5 at Safeway. So that kind of gives you an idea of the range of difference in price. Now, I don't know the difference in the trail mix. That trail mix was expensive. I don't normally buy trail mix. And one of those was expensive, and I bought two. So that was probably one bag too many. So, anyway, and like I say, some of the stuff, that lime and spicy seasoning will last a year, if not longer, for me. So anyway, without further ado, I'll say goodbye to y'all. You have a wonderful, wonderful upcoming week. Bye-bye.